Hi there, you're watching Soccer Highlights with myself, Hemi Akura. We're here again this week with the latest on some of the matches that took place over the weekend. Bayern Munich dropped their first points of the season in the league. In the 10th match of the season is when they now drop 2 points against Union Berlin. I mean, the soccer is just a beautiful game, right? We say it all the time that, sometimes the results don't come the way you want it to come, and sometimes they come the way you want them to come. But Bayern Munich, they've been doing very well, winning in Europe and also in the domestic league. They've been winning matches. But these past weekend, they dropped 2 points against Union Berlin. It was a shocker to a lot of people for a Bayern Munich side that is known for winning, not just winning, but scoring a lot of goals to play against Union Berlin and drop 2 points. It was a result that was not envisioned by anyone. It was a result that was a shocker in the world of soccer. However, that is the beautiful part of this game. When you don't expect it, it happens, and when you expect it, sometimes you're disappointed, and sometimes you get it. So in Germany, Bayern Munich dropped 2 points for the first time. But anyway, they're still on top because they are the best team and they continue to do well in the league. In another match that was played in the Bundesliga was a match between Bayer Leverkusen against Heidenheim. Bayer Leverkusen humiliated them 6-0. Yes, you heard me right. They got an opportunity to score a lot of goals and they did not waste that opportunity. They made sure they humiliated them and they scored 6 goals in that game. So this is why I love soccer. Soccer is so beautiful in the sense that the entertainment that comes with it is beautiful because you have the fans that are getting excited, and some are crying at some point. Some expecting these results and they got what they expected, and some and they were not expecting it at all, that they will be humiliated in a game like this. All right, let's move straight to English Premier League, where a lot of matches took place over the weekend. Going into this international break, some of the matches that were played, some were expected and some were not. The first match that was played in the English Premier League on Saturday was a match between Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. These was the two teams that played in Europa final, where Tottenham Hotspur were victorious. They were 1-0 against Manchester United. So going into this game, a lot were at stake for the United side. Make sure they revenge for the UEFA final that they lost against Tottenham, but Tottenham were not having any of that. United took the lead. That guy Mbeumo, who is in form, the Cameroonian international who is playing for Manchester United, is in form, since moving from Brentford to Manchester United. He scored against the Spurs, but it was not enough to prevent Manchester United from a winning position to, now drawing the game. United took the lead and Tottenham Hotspur came back and scored 2 quick goals to take the lead. They were thinking that they're going to win that game and get all 3 points against United. But United say, you know what, that is not over yet until we say so. And they have indeed something to say in that game. And they drew the match 2-2. It was an entertaining game and also a good performance from United and Tottenham Hotspur at home. In another match that took place in the English Premier League, I've spoken a lot about this team. I've said a lot of good things about them this season, and I'm actually tipping them to win the league because they've been solid. However, performances like this is one thing that will make a lot of Arsenal fans go crazy and also not have confidence in their team because, Arsenal are known for giving up whenever you tip them to win the league. Nevertheless, I still believe in them, and I believe that they are going to win the league this season. They went away to Sunderland, and I always say this a lot of times. I don't know how many times I'm going to reiterate this. On paper, it was very much predicted that Arsenal were going to win, and a lot of people expected them to win because playing against the Sunderland team that lost 2-0 against Manchester United at Old Trafford, playing against a solid team like Arsenal, one would have expected Arsenal to win. But the beautiful thing about this game of soccer is that when you tip somebody to win, the other people, remember, they also have 11 players and everyone is looking for something, whether to stay in the league or to win it or just to prove a point against a team. Everyone is looking for something. And Sunderland at home say that here you are not going to take it. We're not going to take it easy with you. They took the lead. Arsenal equalized, and Arsenal scored. Thought they were going to get away with 3 points. However, Sunderland said, you know what? You are not going to just get off easy like that. We have to also have a say in the outcome of this game. And Sunderland indeed had something to say, something positive on their side. Getting a point against the Arsenal side that informed they're on top of the league was just something that will boost the morale of the players going into international break, and coming back, hopefully they'll be able to get more positive results in order for them to stay in the English Premier League, because they made a lot of good signings this season. Sunderland coming from the Championship, so playing a 2-2 or against Arsenal was just a perfect result for a Sunderland side. And for the Arsenal fans, a lot of them are fuming. They are furious about this result. They are complaining. They are thinking that because knowing how their team perform and how they capitulate when it gets to a point like this, they are complaining about their team, that why would Arsenal not defend, especially the last minute equalizer from Sunderland that prevented them from getting 3 points. But knowing Arsenal too well, in as much as I'm tipping them to win the league this season, you can't be 100% sure about them. They are known. They have the track record of dropping when you expect them to. So playing against Sunderland and playing 2-2, a perfect team that we want to win the league, and it's good for winning the league. When it gets to a point where you are losing a game, you draw. When you know that you're going to draw, you win. And in this game, Arsenal did not show like a team that want to win this league this season. But anyway, that is just another match that took place. Another team that I'm so excited to talk about, I've spoken also a lot about them on this show, and that is because every time they play, there's something positive or negative that is coming from their quarters. So we have to talk about it. Well, that is why we're here. We're here to make sure that every news, being it good or bad, we bring it to you, right? Chelsea played against Wolverhampton, and this was not a so difficult game for them. It wasn't a difficult game at all. Playing at home against Wolverhampton that they eliminated from the cup competition away. It was just going to be a one-sided affair, and that was exactly what happened. Chelsea proved to a lot of us that they are now, also going to have a say in what happened in the top four. The league, I don't have confidence in them. Like I said, they are not consistent enough for me to start tipping them to compete with Arsenal for the title or Manchester City for the title. No, I don't think Chelsea have what it takes. They have quality players, no doubt, but when it comes to winning matches and managing of games, this is where the coach is lacking. However, this was a beautiful story for Chelsea fans, as Garnacho once again gave 2 assists, and also Estava, who came in and instantly made impact into that game. This is what you want to see. Malo Gusto scored his first goal in Chelsea. This was just so beautiful. Neto scoring. João Pedro, these guys are in form. And I understand where a lot of people are coming from with the sentiment that Chelsea can now compete for the title. It is too early for me for this Chelsea side. In as much as they can perform this excellently against a Wolverhampton side, I don't see them managing these games moving forward. But it was a good performance from the Chelsea side, as winning against Wolverhampton going into international break will actually give them something to work hard for and come back from the international break to make sure that they build from these results. In another match that took place, a match that a lot of people were looking forward to, was a match between Liverpool, the reigning champions, and Manchester City. Playing this game, we wanted to see how Liverpool are going to bounce back, what they are going to do, how they are going to perform. But the teams at Liverpool are just a shadow of themselves this season, winning the league, and they're looking like a team that cannot defend the title. Obviously, they're not going to defend it because the way they're playing right now, you don't know the direction in which they're heading. I don't know what is happening, if they're having off-field crisis. But what we're seeing on field is not encouraging at all, especially for the Liverpool fans. They are beginning now to doubt this team. This team was once tipped as the best team in Europe, having the likes of Virgil van Dijk, the defenders who a lot of people were making noise about, that he is the best defender. However, they are now conceding goals, sharing 3 points to everyone that they see. And that is worrying, really, for a team like Liverpool, a team that is known for also winning titles in recent times. So what is going wrong at Liverpool? We don't have the insight on what is going on behind the scene. However, what we're seeing on pitch is that this team is disorganized. There's no team cohesion. They're just playing. They're just a group of individuals who are just running without any positive outcome. And that is what City did to Liverpool. City humiliated Liverpool 3-0 at Etihad, making sure that they also have a say in what is going to happen in the top four. It is too early for us to say if City are going to compete with Arsenal for the title, even though they are second on the table next to Arsenal. Arsenal just 4 points ahead of City. But also City, we're not doing too well in recent time, so one can't really tip them to be the ones that will be competing with Arsenal. But it was a good performance, winning 3-0 against a Liverpool side that won the league last season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in France, another team also that is looking like a team that want to compete for this title is Marseille. Marseille are looking like a team that want to win this league, and if not win it, at least give PSG a run for their money, right? They played against the Brest side, and Marseille win this game. They won this game, which is something. The performances in recent times are giving us it is an indication that they want to also compete for the title. Greenwood, Aubameyang, these players are just making sure that they keep their team up there and hopefully play Champions League football next season. Winning the league, I highly doubt, because PSG, they've been dominated in recent times. I'm talking about dominating. PSG traveled to Lyon and it was a deja vu. 3 points expected, 3 points they got. PSG won 3-2 against a Lyon side. Lyon got a red card, and that was just it for PSG as they maintain their form and position on top of the table. All right, guys, moving to Spain, where Madrid dropped 2 points. Look, if you have a team like Barcelona following you, you have to be very careful. You have to be careful of what manage games properly and make sure that teams that you ordinarily you win, get 3 points from, you don't drop points. Because these teams like Rayo Vallecano are teams that Madrid is supposed to be picking easy 3 points. I mean, don't get me wrong. Soccer is difficult. Every team is well prepared, especially when they're playing against a big team. They're all prepared and they want to show themselves, especially players that are coming up and want to make name for themselves. When they're playing for some of these obscure club sides, they want to also make sure that they make a point, you know, and that is what is happening. But Real Madrid is just too big to understand these things, and they're supposed to know that if you're playing against teams like this, you pick up 3 points. The 3 points that you pick now are going to count at the end of the season, especially when you have Barcelona following you. Madrid were unable to score against Rayo Vallecano away, and they drew the game 0-0, dropping 2 points. Barcelona, of course, traveled to Celta Vigo. Barcelona say, you know what, we watched the match that Madrid played against the Vallecano, and Madrid failed to win. So it is our responsibility to make sure we take it upon ourselves to get 3 points and mount the pressure on Real Madrid. So it was just a beautiful performance from these two teams, and they maintained their position. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after this short break, we'll continue with the rest of our soccer highlights. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the matches that took place in Italian League. Italian League is heating up, and I've said it a lot of times that I love what is happening in Italy. I want to see competition. You know, I don't want to see any league that is one-sided. Except you have the likes of PSG, Bayern Munich dominating. But in other leagues that you have big teams that can compete on the highest level, I want to see competition. I want to see the intensity. I want to see, what is going to come at the end of the season. I just don't want it to be a one-sided affair. So in Italy, some teams are beginning to feel like, they want to compete for this title. Roma and Inter Milan won over the weekend to take their position to the first and second. Inter Milan are now second on 24 points. Roma are also second with 24 points. You see how this is looking? It's looking like these teams want to compete. Of course, you have Napoli also breathing down their necks, and you also have AC Milan, you have your Juventus. These teams are all coming up. You have these teams making sure that they put the pressure, and it is too early for us to decide who's going to win. But when you start seeing the signs that everybody's serious and everybody want to win, you can't help but appreciate the competition and how much every team is putting in to make sure that they're entertaining us every weekend. So Inter Milan won over the weekend. Roma also won against Udinese, and these results took them to the top, first and second. And we have to just keep an eye on these two teams, especially Roma. It's been a while since the last won the league. So if they are to win it, it's going to be a very joyous moment for the fans of Roma. These are all the results that we have for you in the European soccer highlights. Let's take a look at some of the results that are emanating from the ongoing Under-17 World Cup. Belgium played against Tunisia, and Belgium won the game 2-0. Argentina played against Fiji. Argentina Under-17 won the game 7-0. Morocco played against New Caledonia. You won't believe it. Morocco humiliated New Caledonia 16-0. Yes, you heard me right. 16-0. I mean, I think they should have stopped the game when it was, like 7-8. You don't allow this kind of humiliation. Anyway, it was a perfect performance from the Moroccan side. In another match, Japan beat Portugal Under-17 2-1. Croatia beat Costa Rica 3-1. Senegal beat United Arab Emirates 5-0. Bolivia drew against Qatar. And Italy beat South Africa Under-17 3-1. So these are some of the results that we have for you from the ongoing Under-17 World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our soccer highlights for today. There are a lot of international matches that are going to be taking place. The World Cup playoff, which Nigeria is now in Morocco to participate in. We just have to keep our fingers crossed and see how that is going to turn out. And also, we're going to be looking to other nations who are going to be playing World Cup qualifiers and other friendly matches as well. We'll be bringing all these results to you because, as always, I don't want you to miss a thing. Here on Soccer Highlight, myself, Emi Akura, on RTA. Until I come your way again, stay blessed.